Hey Falcons fans, we've got some huge news for you today, so stay tuned because you don't want to miss this. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and leave a like to help grow our Falcons community. Your support makes a big difference. Now let's get straight to today's big story. Myles Garrett to the Falcons? Could it happen? The Atlanta Falcons desperately need help with their pass rush. And guess what? One of the best in the game, Cleveland Browns star Myles Garrett, might just be available. On Monday, Garrett officially requested a trade, saying he wants to compete for a Super Bowl. The Browns, however, insist they have no plans to trade him. But if Garrett stands firm, Cleveland may have no choice. So, what does this mean for the Falcons? NFL insider James Palmer from Bleacher Report believes Atlanta could be a perfect landing spot, but only if they find a way to move on from quarterback Kirk Cousins and free up cap space. This would allow them to build around rookie quarterback Michael Penix Jr., and most importantly, bring in a game changer like Garrett. Why Atlanta needs. The Falcons have struggled badly in getting to the quarterback. They haven't finished in the top 10 for sacks since 2004, and this season they've managed just 31 sacks, second fewest in the NFL. General Manager Terry Fontenot, head coach Raheem Morris, and new defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich all agree fixing the pass rush is priority number one this offseason. If you can get after the quarterback, you can play great defense, Morris said, and that's always going to be a priority for us. Fontenot echoed this, saying Atlanta needs both internal growth and outside help to build a dominant defense. What's next? The Falcons are expected to target pass rushers in the NFL draft and free agency, but if a player like Myles Garrett is available, Atlanta has to consider making a move. What do you think, Falcons fans? Should Atlanta go all in for Garrett? Let us know in the comments. Falcons tried before. Will they try again for Garrett? The Falcons know they need to improve their pass rush, and they've already tried to make a move. At last season's trade deadline, General Manager Terry Fontenot and his staff aggressively searched for defensive line help. According to NFL insider James Palmer, Atlanta frantically called other teams, hoping to land a pass rusher. They didn't succeed, but Palmer believes this past effort is important to remember as the Myles Garrett situation unfolds. The reason I bring it up, Palmer said, is to remind you that Atlanta was aggressive before. That's something to keep in mind when discussing a possible Garrett trade. What would it take to get Garrett? Both Palmer and Diana Rini of The Athletic believe a trade for Garrett would likely cost a first-round pick plus a mix of day 2 picks or a current player. Right now, the Falcons hold the 15th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, but their true interest in Garrett remains unclear. Can the Falcons even afford him? At 29 years old, Garrett is still at the top of his game. He's been an All-Pro for 5 straight years and won NFL Defensive Player of the Year last season. In 2024, he led the league with 14 sacks and 22 tackles for loss, playing all 17 games. However, his contract is massive. He has 2 years left on his $125 million deal, with salary cap hits of $19.7 million in 2025 and $2.4 million in 2026. That's a problem for Atlanta. The Falcons currently rank 27th in salary cap space, with just $11 million available, according to Over the Cap. On top of that, they only have 5 total draft picks, including just 2 in the top 100. So even though adding Garrett would be huge, the Falcons may not have the resources to make it happen, even if the Browns are willing to trade him. What do you think? Should Atlanta go all in, or is Garrett just too expensive? Let us know in the comments.